by Design, and we are on episode 49. No. Scratch that. Take 2. 48. 8. Okay. Hello. Welcome. This is Fiber by Design. What? Yes. Okay. Hello. Welcome. This is Fiber by Design, and we are on episode 48. And this is a knitting and fiber related podcast. Most of the time. I'm Lydia. You can find me as Lydia B on Ravelry, and you can find me as Lydia Knitz on Instagram and Periscope.
Yes, I'm Sarah Stevens. You can find me as Sarah Stevens on Ravelry and Sarah Stevens 11 on Instagram, Periscope, and Twitter. And you can also find my blog at geeklyou.com, and I have a group for that on Ravelry as well. And
then you can find the Ohloops group on Ravelry as well, because we are the indie dyers behind Ohloops. So if you haven't had a chance to come on over, do that. So we have lots of fun little happenings going on there.
We always have happenings going on.
Always.
So, and that's also kind of where we're going to start keeping our show notes at.
Yes.
We've had some people inquire about show notes, and we stopped doing them for a while. One, because they were a lot of work and we weren't really sure if anybody was reading them.
Yeah.
Because we had them housed on our blog.
Mm-hmm.
But we've decided that we're going to try and start doing that again in 2 different locations. Ravelry and then also the down bar on YouTube. We're probably just going to copy and paste and throw it up there. So, yeah.
Yes. That way if you guys want them, they will be there.
And they may not show up right away, but within 24 hours-ish of the video, maybe. Ish.
Ish being the operative word there.
Yeah. Yes.
We will do our best.
Edition.
Yes. So, jumping right in with Handmade Wardrobe.
Yeah. What are you wearing?
I am wearing the cowl I talked about last week. So this is the Marian cowl by Jane Richmond. And I made it out of Malabrigo Rasta in the Laguna Negra colorway. And I did use 2 skeins of this colorway. And I love this.
It's one of my favorites.
I love the colorway. I love the pattern.
Mm-hmm.
I love that it really fits into my wardrobe. And I just have to point out, again, I'm a complete liar and totally lied to all of you. Because clearly I will wear black and brown and gray and brown together because I'm doing it now. So I'm going to be very Amy Beth and just say, don't judge. Just don't judge.
Even her nails are gray.
They are.
At all.
So I clearly lied to you once again. Lies. All lies. And then on my feet, I have the very first pair of socks on a plane. Socks that I made by Linneman. And I used, for the cuff and the heel and the toe, Ohloops Platinum in the Eternal Love colorway. And then for the main part of the sock, I used Hadley House Studio, which used to be Fiberfill yarns.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the Sunset colorway. That was my very first pair of these socks. And I love this pattern.
It's still one of my favorites, too. Laura did an awesome job.
She did.
She was able to pull just this very simple cable.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not boring to knit.
Right.
And the socks are just designed beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
I love them.
Me too.
For a long time, they were my go-to sock.
Yeah, you made a ton of those.
At least 10 pair.
Mm-hmm.
At least.
Yeah.
Today I am wearing my Different Lines shawl. And this is by Veera Valimaki.
Yes, I think that's how we're choosing to pronounce it.
I feel terrible when I can't pronounce everybody's names because names are like your thing, you know? Nobody else has your name, really. It's just yours. Well, I guess some people do. If you're a Sarah Stevens. I could pretend that I am that famous actress who has the red hair that plays in Lord of the Rings because her name is also Sarah Stevens. No, Sarah McLeod. And that was my maiden name. So if you Google Sarah McLeod, you will find her.
Nice. I did not know that.
Yep. Anyways, tangent. I knit this out of Madeline Tosh Merino Light in the Earl Grey colorway, which is that grayish, greenish, gold color. and nutmeg. And I love these colors together.
I still think she needs to give me that because those are like my favorite color combos. She won't go for it.
I love it. No, I like it. I want to make another one. I contemplated making another one for the rainbow along. But I'm really excited about the shawl that I have picked.
Yeah.
Now, if only I could just get myself cast onto this said shawl. We'd be good.
Yes.
I'm also wearing... I'm not going to try and lift my leg up that high. It's been a long day already. But I'm wearing a pair of socks from Knit Circus Yarns. And I knit these over the summer. And you guys are going to laugh because I never wove in my ends. I still wear these. I really don't. I really don't care all too much. But I can just do this really quick. I didn't get to use my entire skein. It's supposed to have a blue section, but I'm wearing these, and these are in my Just Another Vanilla Sock pattern. They were knit toe up on size US size 0, 2.0 millimeter needles, most likely my Hiya Sharps, and yeah, with a 2x2 twisted ribbing. Bind off is what it looks like. I did. And they are fantastic. I love them because they have this really gentle striping that happens, but you don't really notice it when they come in these little cakes.
Yeah.
I had some over here, but I love them. So that is what I'm wearing today.
Very cool.
So, thank yous. We have had a lot of shout outs this last week.
We have. Some very sweet ones, too.
Very sweet shout outs. Whether it be podcasters or Ravelry or Instagram. We've had quite a few. I know, let's see, we had a shout out from Sue. We had a shout out from Meredith and Natasha on their last episode. We had a shout out
Mina from the Knitting Expat. So thank you, Mina.
Yes, thank you guys. It's so wonderful.
It is.
I love our little community. It feels little, but it's huge.
It is.
Isn't that funny how it all tight-knit?
Yeah. I have 2 more thank yous, but I'm going to do those in Mailbox Madness because they are things that came in the mail.
I have a thank you for Mailbox Madness too, and I left my card over there, but that's okay. I won't show the card. But yeah. Okay.
Do you have any finished things?
I do have finished things.
The dark
do you
socks?
have finished things? Yeah. Yeah, I have a finished thing that's not
I do have a finished thing that I can briefly talk about, but I don't have it with me.
Okay. What's your finished thing?
So, a couple days ago, I posted a picture on Instagram, if you follow me, of a super secret project that I'm working on. I did get it finished. I can't unfortunately tell you guys what it is or who it's for as of right now. You'll have to wait probably a little while. I was part of a larger group of people knitting a certain project for someone. And so I finished my portion and sent it off. And it will be compiled and gifted soon. So I'm very excited to have been a part of that.
You posted a teaser picture on Instagram, so you can kind of see the colorway that you worked with.
Yes. And I did combine, so I combined Ohloops and hot knit yarns. And I did a Halloween colorway that was a club colorway that Sarah dyed of ours. And then the hot knit yarns one was this really pretty orange that had speckles of black on it. So, so I got that finished. That was it. That was all my finished things this week.
I was really thinking that I was just continuing to cast on a toe way more than I needed to, but I'm on my last toe increase round, so. Seriously. Okay, so I only finished one thing that's not sock related, and it's my little birdie.
So cute. I love him.
Okay, this is, I don't like fiddly toys or critters. I don't like I-cords. I'll do an applied I-cord, but I don't like making just an I-cord. I don't like fiddly things. So I was a little thinking that I would not enjoy knitting this so much. I wanted to cast on so many more of these little birds. And I have decided I am very much going to make these little birds and some sort of a tree thing a reality in my house. Because how can you not?
They're so cute.
It's just so stinking sweet. I love it. It's knit out of our Ohloops Sport on the Garden Magic colorway. And I used my Knitter's Pride Carbons DPNs, the 2.0 millimeters, which I got in the mail, and I love these guys just as much as I thought I would. So
it's so cute.
It is adorable.
To me, it didn't look this little in the picture that you posted, nor does it look this little in the pattern. I cannot believe how sweet and like teeny tiny it is.
This is one of those tiny post-its, if that gives you an idea. I don't know if anybody needs a comparison, but that is how small it is.
So cute.
I know that in a lot of podcasts they always look a lot bigger, and I know they're knit out of worsted weight typically. Like, I think that's what the pattern says. But it is just very tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Teeny, teeny, tiny. And I'm in love with it. But that's my only FO that's not sock related.
Okay.
I love it.
Cute. So what are you working on that's not sock related?
Nothing.
Again, she lies.
Oh, my blanket! Clearly this blanket is just a extension of my body, and I don't even think that it's like part of anything.
Something you're working on?
Yeah. Yeah, I really just don't. So I went ahead and added a few more squares to my blanket, and I'm really falling in love with how big it's getting.
Mm-hmm.
So I also decided when I pulled my blanket out, I think I talked about this a little bit last week, how mine's kind of weird because it has a lot of squares on here, but like I have this section that I thought, well, I'll just add it on, and then I'll just pick up and pick up and pick up and pick up to go around. But then I have just thrown that out the window. I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm turning this into one giant square, and then I'm just going to knit on a long row and knit on a long row and go from there. But I also decided, and I know a lot of you guys had mentioned on show note or on the YouTube channel, and even I think in the group, that I could just knit my ends in. And after we had podcasted, I tried it that night, and I thought, what if I just knit my ends in as I go? And then I don't have all of the ends to do, and I had to sit with it for a little while because I did knit this guy in right here. And you can see this one line of brown that runs through there. And I had to really decide if I really cared that much that you could see the brown. And I have come to the conclusion that I really don't. I don't care at all. I think if that one thing was going to annoy me, it would almost be very ridiculous. Because all of my squares face different directions. So it would be very silly for that one thing to bother me. So I'm knitting my ends in. And it's like magic. There are some that I'll have to go back in. Like this one. When I added this square, I hadn't made the decision to knit that one in yet. And then I do have a bunch hanging out in the middle over here that I'll have to weave in, but I'm okay with that. That's just a couple in comparison to the 400 square blanket that will at some point in time become a blanket and have 800 plus squares or ends to weave in. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. So how many total did you get done this week?
I got 8 done this week, and I think, what did I tell you? That I had 54? 52?
I think so, yeah.
Squares?
Yeah.
I guess I could sit here and count them, but I'm not going to.
I think so. I think it was 52.
Excuse me. I think it was 52 also.
Yeah.
Oh, it was, because I'm working on square 53 because I had made the comment that I have knit a square for every week, almost, because there's 54 weeks in a year. Aren't there 54 weeks?
I think so.
So I'd almost hit my 1 square a week if I had started this over a year ago, which then made me start doing some math, realizing that if I would just knit this stupid thing, like knit even 5 squares a week, I could have this done in a year. And I've been working on it for 2, plus this stupid thing would already be done.
But for me, I'm having a hard time with the whole, like, putting myself on a schedule with the blanket. Because I kind of enjoy that I can add things to it as I finish other things. That's kind of fun for me.
It is for me too, to an extent. I think for me, I have this new vision of what I want to make my new blanket. And I know that I can't. I said last time you can start as many blankets as you want, but I know that I can't start one until this one is farther along, or I will abandon this. And so I'm feeling pressure now to get
that one done.
This one far enough to where I know that I'll at least finish it at some point and not just chuck this in a bag somewhere.
Yeah.
Because I have plans.
You do.
I do. So I have a year to get this done, and then I can get on my plans.
I'm excited for your plans.
Me too. So
we're being very cryptic today. Like,
everybody is. We are. Good Lord. Okay. Everybody is doing. Kay started another blanket, and she's doing a block a month, and each block has its own theme. And so we have started releasing mini skeins each month, and each month there's about 5 mini skeins, and there's only a limited amount that go up that are ready to go. And I said, I think it would be really fun to have a blanket that was grays and blacks and naturals, but every now and again have a pop of color. And then I started really thinking about it. I was like, ooh, it would be really fun if each row was a different had a different set of 5 pops of color from Ohloops. Then I could have a year of Ohloops blankets. How's your blanket coming along? Did you work on it?
I did. I didn't get a ton of it done, but I did work on it a little. So I went back and wove in all my ends that were hanging out. So that made me happy because it was easier. Now I have more because I haven't woven in the ends on the ones I finished. But this is the one I was working on last week, so I got that square done and ends woven in on that. So that one's all done. And then I added this one down here, which is driving me crazy because for whatever reason, I think it's just because I'm knitting long way now, but it looks like it's all stretched out. It's driving me slightly crazy. So I'm going to have to go and pick up the square here because it's just bugging me. Anyway, so I finished this one, which was out of the Iron Butterflies colorway that I made my son's Tama sweater with a couple years ago. And then this tiny little brown piece that's the same as what's on my socks right now. And then now I'm working on square 3 for this week, which is the All Aglow colorway from us that I used to design my Firefly shawl. So that's it. That's what you finished and when started.
To knit with this square.
The Carl and Ellie colorway.
And I don't have this.
No.
But I want this one.
That colorway right there.
Yep. From Up.
Yep. It's the Carl and Ellie colorway that I dyed for our Disney collection.
Yep. I liked that one a lot.
Me too. I have a shawl out of it. I made the garden path. Is that right? Garden path?
I think that's what it was.
Garden something shawl. So yeah. So I got a little bit added. I had every intention of getting more added to it this week, but I had to finish that other project, and I really wanted to work on my shawl as well, so I worked on that a little bit. So it's coming along nicely. I think the next color I'm going to use this, which is the Phantom of the Opera colorway, and pick up that square between the Iron Butterflies and the
I like that.
Coffee Break. No, the Colorwork, the Clockwork one. So.
And we're keeping ours in our really big bags. So if you guys got in on the first round of O Mini Club subscription starter kits, you would have received a large blanket bag.
Yes.
And received your first round of minis, and your second round of minis are going out pretty soon.
Yes, they are.
Actually, they'll probably be in the mail by the time you guys see this, so chances are they'll be showing up on your doorstep.
Soonly.
Yep. So, there's more for the April, May, and June starter kits. There's still more available in the shop if that's something. I know a bunch of you guys were inquiring about those in the bags.
Yep, so they'll be in the shop for a little bit longer.
Yep.
So.
And those ones you would get your bag in April.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Kind of fun.
In addition to my blanket, I cast on to a washcloth. This is the Mamaw's Choice pattern by Sarah. And I apologize, you guys. I am using a skein of cotton from my stash, and we're talking like deep stash, because this is yarn I used for the very first pattern I ever knit. And it's been, what, 6 years now?
I was going to say 6 years.
Yeah, at least.
Well, I taught you how to knit when Jillian was just in a car seat.
And she just turned 7. So yeah, 6 years
About
at least.
6.
Yeah. Maybe more even. So I'm using this. It's this really beautiful like sage green, kind of a slate blue, a beautiful lavender, and kind of like a cream color almost. So, and I apologize. I also don't know what brand it is. Sarah and I think it's Ella Rae, maybe. Is that right?
Maybe.
That's what we
That's
decided.
what I'm
yeah.
thinking.
But I honestly can't remember. And I even went back to look on my original pattern, and I didn't put it there either, so I don't know. But I think it's knitting up pretty fun. The colors are starting to come all the way across now, so that's kind of cool. And I'm using my US 7s on my Hiya sharps. So, and this will be a gift for somebody, so I have to get going on it. And then in here, in my beautiful bag from Melissa that I love, I worked on my Laylow shawl a little bit more. So, got a little bit more added, not a ton. It's hard to see because we're to the point where it's too long for my cable. It's all bunched up.
That's the time when I like to knit on it.
I know, when it's all bunched.
But it's also the time where I don't like it because I wish I could see it. So
Yeah.
I wish that there was like had like a retractor cord.
Yeah, there you go, that'd be nice.
That'd be nice.
So I have quite a bit. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've done 11 repeats so far. So I have a little bit more to go on this middle section, and then I can add the bottom. But I'm really loving it. It's a very enjoyable knit. It's easy to memorize. So, and again, this is the Laylow by Shannon Cook. And I'm using our After the Storm colorway that was the rainbow pre-order. So,
I'm excited to see when you add the second color.
me too. That was my whole plan this week was I wanted to try to get through that part so I could add the blue, but I just didn't go quite as planned. So I will hopefully be able to do that this week. And I can officially cast off come Monday if I want to. If I get that far.
On Monday, I'm caking my yarn officially, and I'm casting onto my shawl.
Nice.
I've decided no matter where I am with any other project that's
Casting
happening, yep,
Nice. That'll be fun.
it's mandatory.
Yes. Yes.
So,
But that's all my things. So
nice.
So Operation Sock Drawer.
Operation Sock Drawer. I have things for this.
You do.
So, I finished the first pair of Valentine socks, and then I got the second pair done. And they don't look like much here, except that I'm debating at the moment whether or not they will get a heel. I can't decide. They fit as a tube, and the cuff rolled down right now. But if I put a heel in, they almost would maybe be a little bit taller. So it would extend just a little bit, you know? So I have to decide what I want to do. But I did get these both done. Plus it might give me some extra chance to practice the cutting and the afterthought heels. I don't know.
This is true.
I knit these on my Haya Sharps US size 1, 2.25 millimeters needles, and the foot of the sock is, it's some sort of garden something from Three Irish Girls. No, it is not. I have been lying to you all along. Lies. We tell lies. It's Florabunda.
Oh my gosh, it is.
Are you all shaking your head at the screen right now going, Sarah, seriously? How long have you been a Three Irish Girls fan? Your whole knitting life. Yes, so this is the Florabunda colorway. 2 weeks later, I get the name right. Jeez. I love this colorway.
Me too.
So, which is even more sad that it took me that long. Anywho, and then I knit the cuffs out of some sport weight that we had. Some pink sport that I had from us. Mm-hmm. And I honestly don't remember what collection we dyed this for. I want to say that this was Valentine's Day last year to go with our Conversation Hearts. That's what I thought. But I wasn't sure. So these are hanging out, but practically done. Done if I choose to just weave in the ends and call it good, or basically done anyways if all they have to do is add heels. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I guess weigh in on this. What do you think?
Leave them.
Leave them?
I say leave them.
Heels? I don't know.
I think they're cute. I'd leave them.
I think they're cute too. I guess if I left them like this is so sad. If I left them like this, I could cut in a spot to have an afterthought thumb at some point, like when they outgrow her foot, and they could be mittens.
Totally.
Has anybody else done that? Maybe that's not a thing.
Maybe
that could be. That could work. That could work. Do you have any socks?
No.
Okay. So then last week, I was telling you guys how I was so excited for Lydia to get her Desert Vista dye works because I didn't have any, had never seen any in the flesh, and
neither of us had ever seen any in the
flesh. Right? Nothing. And then it was brought to my attention that a swap that I did a year ago, somebody did give me Desert Vista dye works. Oh my gosh. And the worst part of it was, through the whole entire podcast, it was sitting right over my right shoulder, like right in here in the cubby. It didn't even dawn on me.
I forgot.
So I am using the Sport It. It's 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon, approximately 274 yards in the colorway Sanctuary. It is a 3-color repeat. I knit these guys on my Haya Sharps US size 1 24-inch cables, because that is my preferred cable length. These guys were knit toe up, and then I tried on my computer to download the Fish Lips Kiss Heel pattern, because I had purchased that a long time ago, and I was in a really... This is what was happening. I had 4 days to knit a pair of socks, and I thought, what kind of a heel am I going to get done faster? I kind of want to not have to go back and do a heel, because that is going to slow me down. For whatever reason, it just will. I would do much better if the heel was just in now. And so I didn't want to... My theory was, I didn't want to break up my stripes. I kind of liked this striping pattern, so I knew if I did my heel from my Just Another Vanilla sock, it would create some crazy striping happening because they were such wide stripes. So I didn't want to do that, and I thought I'll do the Fish Lips Kiss heel, but then I couldn't download it. So I'm thinking I did something similar to the Fish Lips Kiss heel. I'm hoping I can download that pattern and find out if I did do it. Because if I did do it, that's really cool. I've never done it before. I bought the pattern forever ago. I don't know. And I ended off with a 2x2 regular old rib, not twisted rib, and it's really funny because there's like the one stripe, and then it's so it ended up still being kind of goofy. But you know what? I don't care. No one's gonna see it.
Cute.
My pants will cover it, you know. But this is so squishy and so soft. It's a heavy sport weight, very heavy sport weight. But I think it's going to be the best boot socks or house socks for me because I wear socks in the house a lot, and these are very squishy. In fact, I kept putting it on after I got the first one done before I went and soaked it and threw it on the blocker. And it was really warm, so I'm super excited.
I think it's awesome that you finished one.
It took me 12 hours. So, 12 hours. I went ahead and just a little bit ago cast on my second toe. I need to have these guys done and pictures and ends woven in by Sunday at midnight, I believe. And then I can be entered into...
So I should weave in your ends for you.
This Desert Vista Dye Works, possibly. I think that that's one of the rules. Maybe that's not a rule, but I feel like it's a rule. I feel like the sock has to be all the way done. And I didn't really read these rules. And I kept going... I'm pretty sure they're going to say you have to have so much of a leg. So what would constitute as a long enough leg? So I decided equal parts was long enough.
I think so.
Even though it's not as long as I typically make it. But I figure that's okay.
Yeah.
It's totally okay. I really love them. I feel so silly that I didn't realize that I had them.
We both didn't realize, and we both loved it when we saw it.
This is
she gave
why
it to you, so.
I need some serious stash organizing behind me. And why Ravelry would be so beneficial.
If we would use it.
If I would use it. Somebody had mentioned that they are doing a spreadsheet. Is it Kemper? Kemper mentioned from the Junk Yarn podcast that she is inputting her stash into a Google Doc. And for her that's working, and she said she was going to do like a blog post about it or something like that, which makes sense. Like I feel like that would be a good way to do it. So anyways, that's it. So that's my only things that I have been working on sock related.
That's a lot though. I mean, I think it's amazing that you were able to do this. And I really want us to figure out how we can get you 12 pairs, because now I want you to do it. I want you to be able to accomplish this. I think it would be awesome, so we can figure it out. I think it would be fun.
Well, okay. And with that, I want to do, so I'm jumping in all of the sneak and knit alongs with this, I think. If I can finagle it, I'm doing Woolen Vine. So, Kristen from the Yarngasm podcast is doing the box of socks. And I have Operation Sock Drawer 100, and why couldn't they both kind of go together? So I can easily make a box of socks. And the minimum requirements for that is 12 pairs of socks. Just 12 pairs, which Desert Vista Dye Works knit along is 12 pairs, one each month, so they all kind of go together. Must happen. And I started glampsing. It's not even a word. So I'm just call me Webster now. No. Yeah, I started taking a peek at everybody's D-stashes that have Desert Vista Dye Works.
It's hard to say.
And there were quite a few colorways in people's D-stashes that I was pretty excited about. So that might be the route that I take. Like if I can't find something or if something's not coming quick enough, I might be hitting up some D-stashes because I need to make it happen.
Yeah.
And do all of the alongs for socks. Because it's always fun when they all kind of go together. And you can make them happen. Okay, I had some really fun things come in the mail. Some of them were not knitting related, but they are. So I got this really sweet card from Meredith. And she basically said thank you for the little package that we sent her in the mail. Yeah. But she had a really fun plan on this little card, so I know we're being kind of cryptic again, but I think we're going to chat with her and see if we can't make that happen. And Meredith, if you see this before I've had a chance to contact you, let's talk.
Yes, we're very intrigued.
We're very intrigued. It sounds like lots of fun.
It does.
So that happened for me. And the other thing that came in the mail for me, obviously, was my carbons.
Mm-hmm.
But this finally came in the mail. I ordered myself a new notebook to keep all of our colorways in. I've used spiral bound notebooks, but I ordered this one specifically because this is the, it has a table of contents to fill out, and all of the pages are numbered, and I know that that doesn't mean a whole lot, but it has a little pocket in the back, and because I can't pronounce the name, it's like Lutstrom 1917. Oh yeah.
We realized that this is like the only place you can see white things, so hopefully you can
Lydia
see
has
this.
to Veera Wang, right? Is that who it is?
Mm-hmm. Veera Wang. No, Veera Wang's the dress designer.
Oh.
It's,
Veera White.
Veera
Vanna White.
Vanna White.
Vanna White.
Vanna White.
On the side. I'm in love with this notebook. It's hardbound. You know what? I got it on Amazon.
Okay. Yeah, there's no.
The 1917. There's a bunch of different sizes. I want to say this one's the A5, possibly, and it's fantastic. And with my little notebook, they sent me a lip gloss.
That's cute.
Which I thought was so cute. Super sweet. So that's kind of all of my mail this week.
Okay. So, last week I told you all that I bought this absolutely adorable Red Riding Hood bag from Freckle Boomsy.
Yes.
How seriously stinking cute is this? I am so in love with this bag. It's just not even funny.
No, it's perfect.
I know. I love it.
It's so perfect.
So, inside is the same red fabric as the top. There's the little girl and the little wolf. There's little mushrooms in that little skirt. I just, yeah. Love it. And then because Carrie is amazing and wonderful and sweet, she wanted to surprise me as well by sending me a bag. But she said it took her a while because she wanted to find something that she knew I would love. So I have another bag from her that's this fabric, but it's the pink and yellow one. And she knew I really liked it, so she sent me a smaller bag with that fabric and then added this absolutely beautiful green flower one to it.
I love it.
I love it. It's so sweet. So thank you so much, Carrie. I thought that was unbelievably sweet of you. So I got those two things. And then I got something, and you got something in the mail from Julie. Julie, thank you so much. Your package arrived yesterday, and it's super sweet.
I got something?
You did. She
Shut up.
found these little apple cozy kits. And mine is purple with a little blue bead.
Gosh.
And yours is blue with a little orange bead. And they're the color of our logos.
Julie.
Thank you, Julie. I think they're super cute.
These are awesome.
Aren't they sweet?
I love these. Apple Cozy Kit.
By Linda Dawkins. So I don't know if you guys can see the little picture right there. So, I'm excited. I think
and it's knitted with yarn.
Yes. Yes, I haven't opened it up yet. I don't know if there's a colorway name on it. But I don't know if you did this on purpose, Julie, or if you even noticed, but they are the colors of our logo. Light blue, purple, dark blue, and orange.
Gobstoppers, and my colorway is Royal. 100% superwash merino, 35 yards.
And mine is also the Gobstopper, and it's just called the purple colorway. And it's superwash merino, and it's 35 yards.
This is awesome.
I know. I'm super excited. I think it's very
what
cute.
A cute little kit. Okay. This rocks. I love it. They're very sweet.
So
Thanks,
thank you.
Julie.
So yes, that came yesterday for us. And she got these when she was in Oregon. At Twisted, I think, is the name of the store.
Oh
is that right, Julie? Twisted?
She told me that she was going, and I was totally jealous. It's like, I want to go with you.
Yes. So thank you.
Yes, that's fantastic.
That's all of my mailbox madness for now, though.
Yes, that's all of mine, too. I have things coming in the mail. I went ahead and ordered some Desert Vista dye works.
Mm-hmm. She got the If They Kill Carl colorway.
I am so in love with my colorway on screen. I can't wait for it to get here. I'm really hoping it comes in February so I can knit my February socks out of it. But if not, I have like a top 5 on D-stashes.
Cool.
Yeah. So, okay.
Knitting 101.
Yeah.
I have a question.
I don't.
Girlfriend.
I know.
Just
because
think
I
of
can't
one.
find my notebook.
Okay, so think of one in your head.
I'll think of one in my head.
Okay, so my question was, what 3 colors make up the majority of your yarn stash? And do those 3 colors differ from what is normally your favorite 3 colors?
Yes, they totally differ. I have a lot of green in my stash. Mm-hmm. I do like green. My wardrobe has no green at all. My wardrobe consists of cream, gray, blue, black,
navy.
Yeah. That's basically my wardrobe. I occasionally have pops of color. Certain things, like I have a red sweater. I have
your red shoes.
Red shoes. Yeah. I'm very bland when it comes. I accessorize. My color comes from my accessories. My color doesn't come from my other things. So, because of that, I feel like it's a good range. But looking at my stash, I would say mostly greens. I do have a lot of purple going on.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of blue.
Yeah.
Green, purple, and blue. Although most of my sock wardrobe is pink. I knit a lot of pink socks.
You do, which is funny.
I save my pink socks, apparently. Yeah.
So,
did I answer your question?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
I think it's kind of funny that the majority of your stash is green and blue and purple, because that's the majority of my stash as well. Mm-hmm. The 4th color I would say that I have the most of is pink, which for me is very bizarre, because I am not normally a pink person. I am not drawn to it in my wardrobe or in my life. Like, you wouldn't find pink things in my house. I do have a few pink items in my wardrobe, but I'm not drawn to that color. I have a lot of it in my stash. But the color that truly is like bursting out of my box is green. And I am, again, not really a green person. There are certain shades of green, like I like olive green and I like avocado green, but I hardly ever wear green.
Mm-mm. I have one green shirt.
I have all the green yarn.
Yeah, I own one green shirt.
Mm-hmm. And I've noticed for me too, I do have quite a bit of purple yarn, and purple is my favorite color. I rarely ever knit with it. Most of the purple yarn I have in my stash has been stuff I've had almost the entire time I've been a knitter. I rarely ever knit with it.
And I knit with purple a lot. I really do. And I knit a lot of dang pink socks. I love pink socks.
It's funny.
Even the socks I have on today are pink.
They are pink. Yeah, I do. I have quite a bit of red and pink in my stash, and I'm not drawn to either of those colors.
Red is lacking in my stash.
I have quite a bit.
Severely lacking in my stash. And I have a fair amount of yellow.
See, and I have like none. I have like no yellow in my stash.
I do have a fair amount of yellow.
And which is funny to me because I do like yellow. I am a yellow person. You don't have any.
So funny.
It is
to
funny.
think about that.
Mm-hmm.
My question. What is my question? Okay, here's my question. Here's a question because I want to know everybody's answers, including yours. when you get done knitting with a skein of yarn,
Mm-hmm.
and you have leftovers of a sizable amount, what do you do with your leftovers? Do you choose to continue to store it in the cake or ball that it was in, or do you re-hank it up? Or is there a time frame that it has to sit in that state for a while before it then becomes hanked up? Because you just know you're not going to use it anytime soon.
Okay. For me, if I've wound it into a cake and I'm knitting with it and I have a substantial amount left where it still feels like a cake and looks like a cake, I'll leave it in the cake and just put it in my bin. If it's gotten to the point where it's just a flat, mushy mess, I wind it into a ball and add it to my sock bag or my knitting, like my sock yarn blanket bag or my sock yarn blanket cubby. I don't ever reskein it.
I have multiple things going on. I do reskein them. I reskein them when I realize I'm not going to knit with them for a really long time. I have an entire cubby down here associated. Gosh. I don't even know what the right word is. Assigned.
Allocated.
Jeez. For yarn that I've used but I'm not going to use for a while. And here's something else that I found out about myself. I might not use that yarn again if it stays in a cake for a really long time. But the minute I re-hank it back up and put it on the Nitty Naughty, I find the need to use it again.
You're all of a sudden in love with it now?
Yes, because I think it appeals to me more in a skein than it does a cake.
That's funny.
It's strange.
I kind of get that, though, because I've noticed that even with yarns that sometimes will dye, I won't be 100% happy with the way they look on the skein, and then we'll reskein them, and I love it.
And you like it in the cake, or reskeined.
Yeah. So to me, I can understand why taking it from a cake and re-hanking it.
It feels like something new then to me.
Because it looks different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to knit with it again after
Yeah.
that point.
So I can see that.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I'd be curious, yeah. You guys should answer both of those questions. What takes up the majority of your stash as far as colors? Does it differ? And what do you do with your leftovers?
Yeah.
We'd like to know.
We want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
They do.
Here's something else I want to know. I want to know... This colorway is from Spun Right Round. And I knit a hat out of this colorway, and I've been hanging on to this little bit that I have left. I want to know if this colorway is what it is. I think it's Nebula. But I want to know if she still makes this.
It's a pretty colorway.
I have been on her website for like the last 2 months trying to find this colorway, hoping that it would come back up again. And it hasn't yet.
Go to the Big Cartel site, because she has a page that's just
all
the
of the
list
colorways.
of her colorways, and you might be able to find it out there.
Yeah.
And then maybe you could.
Because I need something. I need a pair of socks in this,
Mm-hmm.
and this isn't enough to make some socks for me. Unless I made some bootstrap socks like Chelsea did.
Mm-hmm.
Which that could be kind of fun.
That could be fun.
But, yeah. I love that colorway.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's like all my colors. All in one.
Yes.
Love it. We've got some things happening.
We do. So when you guys see this, the pre-orders for the Valentine's yarn will be down.
Yep.
And the new pre-orders for the Sherlock and Tintin colorways will be up. And there will also be some new mini skeins available, and those will be just ready to ship, the minis.
Yep.
There will be a St. Patrick's Day inspired one, and then there will be a Sherlock Holmes inspired one. And then there will also be a skein of yarn that is St. Patrick's Day inspired that will be up for pre-order as well.
Yep. And we'll have a couple ready to ship things too.
Yes.
Did we say that? We'll have some worsted weight ready to ship.
Right, some worsted weight that's kind of Sherlock Holmes inspired that's ready to ship. and a couple
other ones.
Yeah, a couple other things that are St. Patrick's Day inspired that will be ready to ship as well.
Yep. So that's going up.
Yeah. And pre-orders for those will go down on February 15th. So if you want any of the Sherlock colorways or the St. Patrick's Day colorways, they'll be up until the 15th of February.
The 14th of February, right?
Yes, sorry, the 14th.
The 14th of February.
Through the 14th.
Yeah.
New things will go up then.
And so clubs should be heading out again. I think I already mentioned that once. And I think that's it for our shop happenings right now. There's still some sign-ups. You can sign up. Nope, those sign-ups will go down, for the Magic Cake Yarn. So partners will be getting assigned by the time you guys watch this, or already will be assigned for the Magic Cake Ball. That sounds so funny. Magic Yarn Ball. Yeah, that swap is, you guys will have your partners by then. And so anyways, well, I guess that's everything.
I think so.
Yeah. So until next time.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.